driver, and basically he running the 4X this weekend. And overall, what do you think about the car this weekend?
The car is awesome. You know, it's still an R&D figuring out, and every time I go out, it seems to be a little quicker. So every time I stiffen the car up, it seems to be reacting harder, especially in the roll damper.
So overall, in carpet and this high traction, the car has to be quite stiff. So Steve, I know you're running a different chassis. Can you show us?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. This chassis is actually not made by Serpent. It's actually an optional chassis from somebody.
This is the McFactory chassis. I found it to be, it's a narrower chassis, and I found it to be very flat and stable compared to the stock. Which one's faster, you know, it kind of depends on how stiff you got the rolls and the heave. But I find for me, the aluminum chassis is a little bit
easier to drive. That's what most people feedback on. The car is quite heavy though. How light and how heavy is it?
No, I actually have to add weight to this car. I have about 10 grams on the back here. I got a fan, and also in the front bumper, I shaved out the bumper, cut out underneath. Inside I have weight, low center of gravity. See the red there?
Oh, okay.
So I wanted the weight low in the car, keep the GC as low as possible. So that's where I have to add weight as well. But it also depends on your motor and your speed control. But I had to add weight to the car.
Okay.
And the chassis is not that much heavier because it's narrower.
Ah, okay. Alright, so besides all these stuff, what is actually one of the most noticeable change on the car in terms of your setup wise?
I would say these, when you move the caster or the clips, and you shorten the wheelbase, lengthen the wheelbase, the car's very sensitive to that. So that's where I see if I want to make a change on the track, I adjust these. I mean, a significant change. If I want a significant change, I mess with the wheelbase a lot. I keep the droop pretty much the same. You know, like 2 in the back, 1.5 in the front. I don't run a ton of droop. And a 10K rear dip. That seems to be my my sweet spot.
Alright, thank you again, Steve. I hope to see you again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're here with 21.5 Renner. Okay. Basically, I don't need to say much. So introduce yourself and tell us about the car.
I'm Roberto Falcon. I recently got this car early this year. It was a random thing that I seen Austin at Snowbirds do really good. Since I got in it, I mean, I've been pretty happy with it. It's only getting better, and Felix Law came up from Hong Kong, and definitely made this car even better.
So basically, as you see, you know, Steve also run the same chassis. You know, it's actually quite popular. You know, a little bit narrower, like Steve said. So this chassis for you, it was easy to drive, right?
Yeah, it's a lot easier to drive.
The thing is, the stiffness of it is actually, yeah, it's pretty stiff. So basically, you know, he doesn't run the upper deck yet, but he still has the stiffener with it, so it's quite stiff. And then, yeah, any changes that actually you liked it out of the whole weekend? What change actually make the biggest difference for you?
There are 2 big ones actually. Going stiffer on the roll dampeners was one of the biggest ones, and then actually going down on the camber gain in the rear was like 90 gain. That made the car come alive.
Yeah, and also, you know, like you're running basically the stock part still, because the new option part haven't got here yet, so you didn't have a chance to try it yet. But I'm sure when you try that, it will probably be even faster. But overall, I say you did a good job on 21.5. It was good. Thank you. And of course, the Trinity guy over there, okay, did the motor. He's the fast motor guy, and his 21.5 was good. So it was good. So good job. Thank you again. Yep. There you go. Hey, we're here with Austin Wolf, and basically one of our team driver, and basically, yeah, he was in the invite class. We actually don't know what he finished actually, but we pretty much did a very good job. I think you won one time, right? You won one time, and he got a 9.0 finally. One of the fastest lap on the track, so it's good. So overall, just tell us us something about the car, what you did, and how is everything?
Overall, the car is really good on the carpet. This car is you're able to ride it a lower ride height with the suspension geometry, so the car is rotates side to side a lot more quicker. This weekend overall, I found I started with 3,000 roll weight, and after some team drivers watching my car, they said it was a little too lazy side to side. I was able to take Felix's advice and go thicker on the roll oil. I went to 10K with one hole, and it really woke the car up a lot side to side. It was more direct. It was boom boom. It was really good. It woke the car up a lot more responsive. So that was one of my major changes this weekend. Other than that, I mean, the car is really good this weekend.
For Austin, there's two things that you guys got to know. The first thing is actually very surprising. He's still using an MT4 radio. So this means his radio speed, response speed is quite slow. But he's actually very used to it, and the way he drives, he say that he probably like this better because it's slower, so you can drive it all the way more, right? So this actually also proves that you don't need like a crazy expensive radio, and you can still drive even though the car is way more expensive than the radio.
For sure.
You know, for sure. And second of all, I know he got called out for the freaking like wrestling next door. And look at this belt.
Yeah, baby.
You know? Oh man.
We won the belt.
We won the belt. We won the belt.
Thank
so,
you.
So there you go. So Austin Wolf did a great job this weekend, and with the stock parts, not so much option parts yet.
Yeah, for sure.
So for more testing coming soon in carpet, new option part we'll probably see some out there, and more of the team guys will have it soon.
Thank you for your help this weekend. Thank you.
Alright, so for me, this weekend basically we just, I came here early and I was able to test some like crazy stuff. And I actually started off with the flex chassis, but now I went back to the standard chassis. But what I ended up doing is that with the standard chassis, I was able to use the stiffener as well as the upper deck. I was actually experimenting this because this is actually quite interesting with this upper deck, is you can have it disconnected and connected at the same time. So I was able to have the flex up front without connecting the upper deck here, but I can still have the upper deck connected with the stiffener connected in the rear. So you kind of have the H stiffener in the back with the lower roll center. So this is something that we experiment. And then besides that, the car, I found out a couple of things. Is the car, we figure out the roll and the springs can control even over the droop. Because at first, originally, we were at the Revolution, we were able to run like a very small droop, right? On this track, for myself, I was able to test with high droop like this. But when I do this, I actually stiffen up the oil and the springs. I now went to 9.5 in the front and 10.5 in the back. So basically it's like a gray and a green. So with this spring change and also the oil up to like 10 or 12,000 K with the one hole, the car actually doesn't roll as much as what normally does with this amount of droop. So the car have good overall traction and steering, and it's very drivable even at high power like this. So overall, I think that's a very good find for the car, and of course the team did pretty good this weekend. So let's continue and go to all these races, and hopefully we make some more video. So you guys stay tuned.